What's up? What's up? Y'all listening to the sounds of motherfucking heat detector.
Stop lying to him. It's just heat detector.
It's just heat detector, man. Y'all listening to the motherfucking sounds of heat detector. What's up, y'all? Let's cut that.
What it do? What it do? You want me to shut that shit off?
Yeah, because it cuts off the mics.
It don't cut off the mics.
It does. What up? What up, y'all? Chicity Cypher volume. It's not a volume. I forget.
Whoa.
I forget every show. This is not a volume. This is the motherfucking podcast.
You already know.
You know what it is, man. We're back, bro. Volume motherfucking 12. We've been in the building every week with y'all, man. Bringing y'all some of the dope, bro. Bringing y'all Chicity Cypher alumni MCs straight. So you can
Only the finest of MCs.
So you could really get to know them. That's what the podcast is about, man. That's why when we started it, we said, man, this is a chance for people to come back, MCs to come back, and for people to really get to know them. And we've brought you some.
Wait, you mean really get to know them?
I mean, we've done some prolific interviews, man. We've had some legends.
Where did you pick up $3 words?
From you left a dictionary lying around somewhere, and you know that's how we got it. But you know, we done some good interviews, man. We had Shadow Master in the house. We had Annihilation.
Shout out Shadow Master.
We've had that Biz, Andreas Haley. We've had a lot of MCs, returning MCs come and do their thing, man. So I'm glad to be able to bring you the guest that we got today, man. You know, Chicity Cypher's been around for almost 10 years. We're approaching 10 years of Chicity Cypher.
What?
Y'all can see the collage in the back. That's something that I made a couple years ago when we were only at like volume, 15 or something like that. But you know, that's the essence of the Chicity Cypher right there in the back, man. And that's what we do. Yeah, man. You see those pictures, and it's just like, you know, those are all memories. Those are all ciphers we did and MCs, some that are no longer here. You know,
it's not an OnlyFans or anything like that, is it?
I do have one. Y'all could no, I don't. But yeah, so man, we're gonna do this, man. We're gonna do this one a little bit different. We're not bringing a musical guest this week because we have this dude's a beast, and he's just gonna come in and we're gonna play.
We don't need no musical guest with him.
We're gonna play some of his music.
The musical guest.
So, without further ado, man, this brother been around. He been supporting Chicity Cypher since the beginning, since before I knew him before Chicity Cypher existed. We've been rocking ever since, man.
I've been here in the city for 18 years, and I knew about him for a long motherfucking time.
And you're gonna see in the comments, and you know, even like when I shared the flyer and everything, man, people were really. There's a lot of people, man, that commented and had something to say about how this dude really comes through and fucks some shit up. I've
seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah, man. So you already know, man. So he been rocking with us the whole time, and now it's his time to come and sit down with us at the podcast and do the motherfucking thing, bro. So without further motherfucking ado, let's bring in the homie Lyric Versatile.
Yeah. Hey, hold on, man. Damn, man. I didn't have that shit ready. Hold on. Hold on.
What don't you got ready? Now what don't you got ready?
Some shit, nigga. What you mean when I don't got ready?
Oh, yeah, we
Okay, so.
You didn't even have
Yeah, okay.
I didn't have it ready. My bad. What's happening, man?
So we in the motherfucking building with Lyric motherfucking Versatile, bro. And how first of all, before we get into this music, man, how you doing, bro?
I'm peaceful, man. I'm growing. I'm working for the man. But nah, man, I've been staying peaceful, staying motivated, finding my own version of peace, and trying to get back to work. And this is probably one of the building blocks to make that shit happen for me.
Man, that's what's up, bro. So every week, bro, we've been having a musical guest, and we said this week while we're
great. Yes. Awesome.
Appreciate that, man. Definitely, we had singers, poets. We've had everybody come through. But this week we're gonna do a little bit different. We're gonna just go ahead and start off the show with some music from Lyric Versatile. So go ahead and introduce the song that you want us to play, brother. And tell us who produced that song and who's on it.
So We'll Do Understand is actually something I recorded a long time ago. The producer's gonna be mad I mentioned him, but if anybody knows Max Julian, this is one of his early beats.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, man, good dude, dope ass producer, slept on for sure. But Understand is the track that we're gonna play first.
All right, let's get it, man. This is Understand from Lyric Versatile. Let's get it.
Hold on, don't be rushing me, man. You see him over here.
And I forgot, as always, the main hashtag, which is do not forget heat detector.
Yeah, stop fucking forgetting.
And we actually forgot him again today, man. So anyway,
you didn't say like
I always say like
who you are or whatever. You said Chicity Cypher. I'm sitting over here like a dumbass. You don't say shit. You don't say, "Oh, my co-host," nothing.
I don't like when mom and dad fight.
Oh, you already know, man. I forgot to introduce us, but as always, man, every week been rocking with me on every single podcast. You already know the co-host of the Chicity Cypher podcast, the homie Heat Detector in the building. Yeah, now he got it. And I'm your boy Jizzle. You already know Chicity Cypher. Let's get into this. We listened to it before the show. He's got some fire and some release. And make sure up in the top right hand corner you could support the Unwrapped Studios, which is where we filmed the Chicity Cypher podcast at.
And Chicity Cypher podcast. You can support the whole fucking movement.
Support the whole. That's what I'm saying. The whole Unwrapped Studios. There's a link up at the top. buymeacoffee.com/unwrap. Go on there and buy
Just
the
click
studio.
That. Click that shit.
Click that link and make sure to buy the homie a cup of coffee, man.
I promise you it won't lead to my OnlyFans.
Yes, it's not. The money's not funneling to your dirty things you're doing.
Who? Me?
Oh, look at guilty. All right, let's get it, man.
Guilty by association.
That's what the cause is. Yeah, that's what the cause is.
Yeah. Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Why they look for the benefit? I'm looking for my severance, cause I've been generous when advantage taken is evident. Continuous evidence of whack assault and intelligence. There is lacking no relevance when the point of a reference. Definite reason for me to leave them battery separate. Wait, no working it out. Oh, going for settlement or reminisce on elements that's no longer represented. To say I should focus more on the president's got more of a preference. Facts and goods and the elegance. Focus more on developing the dope and fellowships, and it's not for the hell of it. Wanna leave as a reference. Something go create a definite so you people remember it. In the midst of the best of us, so we receive these messages and receive them as genuine. Future past and millennium, distant land to the interim. When the time's so evident, I'ma live in this moment and don't tell me giving it. So if you don't,
Understand what I'm saying?
then probably you never will. You living on a pedestal. Niggas out here dying steady lying just to get a deal. But in the street, show is getting real.
Understand what I'm saying?
Then probably you never will. You living on a pedestal. Niggas out here dying steady lying just to get a deal. But in the street, show is getting real. Come on. I wear my heart on my shoulders, ain't no denying that. Eternalize it, I try that. But when I spit it comes harder than spinning rhyming facts. Already know that I'm dope and the reason they're not in that. But what happened, the rhythm season speaking with the passion. Now they talk about what shit they got a gun they blasting. Or the ride that they grabbing from doing illegal actions. Money stacking, change your jacket, I'll show you what you're lacking. Intensity, skill, intention to build. Forsaking the real, we know that you just getting the deal. Written, not fascinated with those that were fabricated. Rapping on stages that they the fucking greatest. Thinking they fucking made it. I ain't hating, I'm waiting for some of this shit to change. Soon as I get on stage and nobody remembers names. Homie, that shit to shame, but really that shit is just lame. But when I get on stage, I promise to read the shit to bang, nigga.
Yo, wait, man.
Don't ask
First
me
of
to do
all,
that shit live, so I gotta
first of all, I fucks with that beat, man. That was fire. On top of that, you put that beat with your lyrics. Why in the fuck is you sitting on this track, bro?
Hey, that's
Man,
unreleased.
Why the fuck is you sitting on this track?
This being like Chicago people, there's a wealth of people that are talented here. That and Jizzle knows it, you know it. Like it'll be collaborations and stuff that you do, and you just sit on it, and it's just missed opportunities. But I'm making a big push this year.
Yeah, get that mic a little closer, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm making a big push this year to put out all the unreleased stuff. Work on some new stuff. If I get some beats from Heat Detector.
Uh-oh. Does he have beats?
So hence,
I'll see what I can do.
might help a brother out.
Man, that's what's up. That was a fire track, bro. So, let's just start off from the top, bro. What was that thing that you first saw when you were young, bro, that just, it was a song, it might have been a video that you said, oh, this is hip hop. That's me. I want to be a part of that. What was that first moment?
Oh man, it started out pretty early, and it was diverse for me because I didn't initially when I started. I would play around with it when I was like 5 or 6 years old, and then I started out singing.
Wait. I'm trying to process what you just said. So you started playing around with what like just music or hip hop?
Music in general, because originally when I started like with music, I was singing.
Oh, okay.
So I sang in choir.
There we go.
Made little bad rap songs when I was 5 or 6. I didn't get
Wait,
good.
okay, so that's what I'm saying. At 5 is no wonder. So that if you put those years together, like for where you are now and 5 years old, and you've been doing this shit for a long
and
motherfucking
still
time.
haven't gotten paid for it.
Don't ever say that out loud, man. Let the people
just
let the people
I did a
live.
lot of free shows out here.
Yeah, let the people live though. Some of us think that you're out there getting it. So let a motherfucker think that shit.
Barely make enough money to keep the hair red.
God damn, son.
Barely enough.
Kool-Aid. Anyway, but yeah, bro. So all right, so you start.
I started out, early on, 5 or 6, and then I got into more hip hop and stuff like that. It was probably about 7 or 8, and I was into music. I got my name lyric from my grandmother. Rest in peace.
Shout out.
That's how Mignon Sims. She was the choir conductor, music teacher, music director at the church and all this other stuff. And mind you, they were like my grandmother and my grandfather. They were the first rich people that I ever met in my life. I was like, wait, niggas can do that?
Damn.
Us too.
We's free.
They definitely. I know I'm gonna get good Christmas presents from y'all, and then I got sweaters. So
Those must have been
expensive
some
sweaters?
expensive sweaters.
They weren't. Hell no. You know what they bought us, me and my brothers, one year?
What you had, the car
Stock.
canai?
They bought us stocks.
Man, that's fire as fuck.
Hell
What
yeah,
the
bought
fuck?
us stock and Wrigley and all this. But she was my motivation for music, and pushed me through and called me her little lyrics. She taught me how to play a little bit of piano. And then I started doing raps, and it was funny. My first raps, they were like some gangster raps. And my uncle had a public access TV show, so I wrote this like gangster rap, like, yeah, I'll shoot you in the face, you don't want no, like all this other stuff. And my mother literally, day of the show, hour away from being on public access TV, says, you don't live that life. Rewrite it.
Oh, nice.
And made me
on the spot.
rewrite it on the spot.
Wow.
And I had to
Shout out to
rewrite
Ma
it.
Dukes.
Hell yeah, she changed the course of things. She said, you're not doing that shit. Later on I did, but now I was like, you know what? I'm gonna live up to those lyrics.
Right.
But from there, like 11 years old on, I knew that this was what I was gonna do. I fell in love with music,
crazy.
and I'm not gonna lie, I sucked for a long
Hey, let that be
while.
the first time we hear that. If somebody say I fucking suck.
Be honest, yeah.
Be honest, yeah.
I definitely sucked. And I was still rapping just as fast. It just was complete utter nonsense.
Right.
And I started working on it a lot more, taking it a little bit more seriously, and I really knew what or how I was gonna approach it. By the time I was like 15 or 16, and at that point I was also making beats which were equally as horrible.
Can you be a little harder on yourself?
I was fine with it because I was the only one that was subjecting myself to them. I was like,
Right.
screw it. If I'm gonna fuck this up, I'm gonna fuck it up well.
Yeah, let
Yeah.
me be the one to fuck it up.
Yeah. So and then I got better at that even further. Then around 18, that's when I started going to Columbia, and that's where I met a lot of legends. In my personal opinion, legends in the scene that made me sharp, and I was like, I want to be as good as him.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pugs Adams. And,
Oh, yeah, shout out Pugs,
Prime.
man.
We were just talking about him earlier, Ryan Officer.
Yeah. Shout out Ryan.
Shadow was my mentor.
Shadow's been a mentor for everybody.
Yeah, he's like the Godfather.
Besides
of-
Annihilation, because you said that you were her mentor and mine too. On the last show.
I stand on that.
He said he influenced her and me. So
I stand on that.
She was one of the first female. I don't even consider her a female. And see, even though she is, I just be like, she's an effing beast.
we spoke about that on the show too. I asked her, so is it femc? Is it female MC?
She don't like that
what's the right way to describe it? And she's like, oh, we all MCs.
Yeah, we all that.
I'm like, yeah, you're a beast. You're a beast.
You're right. And she was like one of the ones that I saw when she rocked out, and I knew her personally. So she was one that I saw as one of the heads. Like, yeah, I don't want to fuck up with her because she.
What about Ange
she'll light
13?
my
What about
ass
Ange
up.
13?
Ange 2. I remember I
Shout out
battled-
Ange 13.
I battled Ange at Sub T for some battle. It was upstairs, and she properly served me.
Hey, I've seen her do it. I've seen
I
her
think
do
she's-
it.
She
Hand
served
dudes
everybody
their
at
hats.
this table. She served everybody at this table. I want to go in.
Not me.
Hey, I
Not
want to
me.
go into the comments real quick, man. So I'm on
Hold on,
Facebook.
before you do that, you got to tell them, listen, if you guys are watching the show, go to either the Chicity Cypher YouTube page or the Unwrapped YouTube page because we can't see the comments. If you comment, go on YouTube and comment so we can see them, put them up on the screen and everything.
But for
too, because-
anybody that commented already, so let's get into this. Shadow's a motherfucker. I can't get back into the comments. So he says, hey, it's Petty Ruxpin.
Oh God.
He says lyrics first moment was Oaktown 357.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. Shout out to the homie.
Shadow, I smoke too much weed. You know this.
Shout out to the homie White Jesus in the building as well. He's checking in.
Jesus,
What up,
we're
man?
just talking about your ugly ass.
He said, "What's up?" And then Shadow said, "Lyric was a choir boy from the Five Heartbeats."
Oh wow,
Yeah,
why they
I
roasting
was.
you, bro?
And then
Why-
he also said, "Yes, he did suck at first, but
Yes, I did.
got much better."
Shadow was. Let me tell you this.
They need to go on the YouTube comments so we can see them joints, so we can actually post them so people can see this
so
shit.
Check this out, right? Shadow was one of the first people, and I remember this is when Square One was open in Wicker Park, right? So it was. There was a bunch of heavy hitters there. Shadow was there, Pugs was there, Prime was there, a few other folks was there. So like I was with this group. It was Redline Connection. Shout out to Redline Connection. We rocked, right? But at the time, I was obviously it was like I was 19. I was feeling myself big time. I was like, oh, I'm in my groove. Can't nobody fuck with me at all. I don't know about the rest of you niggas, but I'm about to kill this shit.
Right.
I'm like, ain't nobody come for you, Otis. So I rocked, right? And I was feeling myself. I got off stage. And I knew Shadow was the host. And I was like, so, what you think? He's like, it wasn't that great. Kind of sucked. I was heartbroken. I was hurt. And I knew he hung out at Sub T, right? And I couldn't get into Sub T. And every time I got into Sub T, I got kicked out. They would find me. I always had a interesting scheme of getting in Sub T. And when I got kicked out, I wait 2 weeks, then I sneak in again. But there was this one security guard that was not having it.
Because you weren't 21.
Hell no, I was not. But I wanted to be there. But
What year do you start going to Sub T? Because I know we're jumping questions right now, but now that we're talking about it, what year do you start going to Sub T?
Fuck me. That had been like
Pause.
2001. Yeah, I'm no, not my type. Pause. Also pause. That was it had to been 2003, 2002, 2003 when I tried to get in there. And then when I finally turned 21, at this time I had been honing my skill, and I had it set in my mind. I am going to shit on Shadow Master.
Damn,
I'm like,
son.
I'm about to give him the business. I've been waiting 2 years for this.
Next time I go there.
I'm gonna light his ass up. And this is when Sub T was charging people to come in. It was like $5, and I was just as broke then as I am now. So I would go, and the first time I went, shout out to Gilly at 7. He was actually the day of my birthday when I turned 21. He took me. I had nowhere to go. He picked me up, took me. It's cold as fuck. I was born in December, so I was screwed anyway. Showed up, and it was reset the door. He's like, nah, bro, you can't come in here. I was like,
Not
today,
today.
sir. Take a look at that. Can you read? Yes. And I was on a mission.
I got time today,
I got
cuz.
time today. So I rolled in. I'm like, see Shadow. And Shadow's there. I was like, yeah, you got in finally. Like, yes, sir. And I'm here to work. And he made sure that I did because he gave me a blue motherfucker at the time.
Oh,
And
wow. That'll do it.
That was your drink. And I'm glad it's not his drink anymore. But it lit my ass up. It lit a fire on my ass. And then I fucking killed it that first time. Then the next week I came, paid my little $5, and I battled 4 people that night.
God damn.
I was on a mission. I was like,
He's like,
I'm making up for all this shit.
all this shit, anybody can get this smoke. So I battled 4 people, and then this is when Pacifics was hosting it. And they kind of like saw I was on some B shit. I never paid for Sub T ever again since that point. Never paid again. Now it's free, but I never paid again after that. And I just been in there, Staple Point. I met amazing, talented artists. And I can smoke my own smoke, but no bullshit. It is humbling to be at that time in that period in time. It was humbling to see that many talented people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It still is like that on certain nights. Like
Absolutely.
it still is that
A lot
spot.
of the old heads need to start coming back out though.
Yeah.
Heat Detector got some Sub T stage stories.
Why you? What the fuck, bro? Why you? What the fuck?
We spoke about it, but if y'all want to know what happened to Heat Detector while he was on stage at Sub T,
I'll just fucking say it.
Go to the Annihilation interview. There was that was the one before this one, and you'll hear the whole story. You want to tell them?
Yeah, I got thrown off the stage like 2 times.
Wait, once wasn't enough?
Nah, see, because I was drunk, and you know how like Sub T's is kind of like that kid in the candy store when you walk in, and
I'm gonna do everything.
yeah, and you know drinking and shit. You know what I mean? I was drunk. Everybody's up there.
Trust me, there's been plenty.
Everybody's up there freestyling and shit. I'm like, yeah. In my mind, it's like, you know, but real life was like, kind of when the motherfucker got, yeah. So I get on stage.
That drunken internal audio.
Yeah.
Like, when you hear it, you're like, man, that shit was cold.
First time.
And somebody shows you the video. It was not.
No,
It
they
wasn't that
didn't
cold.
need to show me the video because the first couple of words, first of all, they were counting me down immediately. Then they just
I
snatched.
think it was Shadow that introduced that countdown. Though.
Yeah.
It was.
Was it? It must have
I
been.
think it was.
Then
I
they
don't
just
remember.
snatched the
I don't
fucking
remember
mic
there
from
not
me
being a
and
countdown
pushed me
though.
off
You
stage.
remember there not being a countdown?
I was there.
Oh my
That's
God.
when the Pacifics was there, and then
Motherfuckers
literally-
must have been on stage just pissing
Oh my
people
God,
off.
No,
huh?
the mic just got snatched.
Oh shit!
Yeah, got snatched from me.
You didn't got no warning.
So you were there. That was before they had the countdown.
Oh
probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
When
Unless you got
Pacifics-
snatched and counted down.
But it had it had like a rule, unspoken rule.
Let's
When
stop
you-
talking
when
about
you-
me, man. Come on, damn.
When you look like you're
move
floundering a
on.
bit, you know, you get the head down like, you know, you need to get it.
Yeah.
You know,
No, but the greatest thing that they ever did, and then they still do, is that even after all that, and I was kind of heated, but I was drunk, but you know, I knew I fucked up by doing it. But they came over and was like, don't worry, bro, you're all good, man. Just come back.
Try again next
Little
week.
did they know I can actually rap, but I was like, you know, and they were just like, try again next week, and da 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 da.
Wasn't your week, kid.
Yeah, wasn't your week, kid. Sit on the bench.
But nah, yeah, we say that shit joking, like we're joking about it, but really that's such an important thing for you to be an MC and show up there and get humbled being on that stage and having somebody, you know, having the crowd count you down. Like that's important because you just end up coming back better the next week and say, fuck it, I'm gonna kill this shit next week. I'm doing better. Like in your situation, you said Shadow was like, all right, wasn't that good. You fucking had a vengeance and you were ready to come back and do this shit.
Yeah, my comeback
Now Shadow just tells
didn't
you
work.
like about goddamn time.
Now he just stands up there and does faces like
Like a proud dad. No, Shadow, whenever I go to Sub T, he literally makes me work. And then he knows to come in. You know how Shadow cuts in and he be like, let me ask you a question. I'm like, I don't want to answer questions.
No, Dad, damn.
I wanna take a second to just shout out the entire Chicity Cypher team.
Yes.
We got the homie Fado in the building. Shout out to that homie for tuning in. Shout out to Log. Shout out to Noodles.
no.
Shout out to the whole team, man. Past and present, everybody ever rocked with us. So Heat, bro.
What up?
Let's get that other track, bro. I think that they got a taste of that first track, and I think we're gonna go ahead and jump into the next one. Lyric, tell him, brother. Tell him who produced this track. Both of these tracks are called,
I'm going
and they're both unreleased. So if y'all want to hear this shit again, y'all gotta contact this man. Go on his Facebook, follow his shit, send him a message.
Talk shit to him so he can fucking release that shit.
Yeah, tell him to release this shit, man. Y'all make sure. But these are two fire ass tracks. So we're gonna get into the next one. Let them know who produced this shit and who's on this joint.
No
Cause
joke, and I feel bad.
there's some homies on here.
They got the homies on there. It's got it's got Voorhees on it. Love that dude. He's nasty.
Shout out Voorhees,
My brother.
Chicity Cypher alumni.
My bro, that business.
Andreas Haley.
Yeah.
Both. He said he's both. We interviewed him on the show. I was like, when I started the show, I said,
that boy
so
cold.
I've got
That boy
Andreas
cold.
Haley that busy. He's like, man, it's both.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that
shout
boy
out,
cold.
Shout out to that homie, man.
Dope brother. I don't remember who produced the track because to be honest with you, Voorhees sent it to me. He's like, let's make something. And I'm like, he's like, come up with the hook and all of that. I'm like, okay. And I just showed up to the studio ready. So I'm not sure who produced it, but I'm very happy that I got to be have an opportunity to work with those guys. I don't know if we released it or did release it, but I'm leaking this shit right now. So
Hey, there it is. This is the perfect place to leak it. And like we said, man, this is all unreleased music. So y'all make sure to tune up, to tune in, to his pages, all that, follow that shit so you can get all his music. But let's get into it, bro. Birds of Prey by Lyric Versatile.
Yeah, been in this game for years, but I never got a manual. Swore one in Chicago streets, and it made me an animal. Hungry for success, eating wackacies like a cannibal. Blocks of streets, even avenues, longitude, even latitude. All expressing gratitude, cause a nigga was here. 2018 be the boom, it's time to get in your ear. Skinny jean, fat rappers need to get to the rear. Lines of a drum, don't burst this way, now that shit is clear. It's a blockade, onslaught shots, hearts like these soft frames. Knocking niggas out of the box to show we not playing. Ravages, savages, causes damages to average. Every rap you batted with on them cats that you standing with. Cause damn chances we be catalysts to sink your battleship. Quick, fast, and answers with, cause you actively active, bitch. And I'm passing these smashing shit on the path to dismantle kids. Dressed in all black, smiling faces followed by hammer clips. But shit, I'm just talking on my bullshit. Birds of prey, snap vertebrae, that's how we do shit. I'm just talking on my bullshit. Birds of prey, snap vertebrae, that's how we do shit. I'm just talking on my bullshit. Birds of prey, snap vertebrae, that's how we do shit. I'm just talking on my bullshit. Birds of prey, snap vertebrae, that's how we do shit.
I'm a general, ladies on the genitals, sensual. I'm one of the realest that been in shit is consensual. You pitiful, I'm major, you minimal, minuscule. My killers leave you wetter than swimming pools. I chill with goons, thugs, professors, thieves, revolutionaries, and gods. Don't go against the squad, I got an impeccable army. Plus we hard body, Joe, my body got permanent scars. From war wounds, I'll show you how I defeated the odds. Living in this concrete jungle, animals plumb heat muscle. Under God, still it's hard to be humble. Life will slip through your fingers like fumbles. Either you starve or you hustle. I'm blowing loud, but keep it quiet like muscles. My whole life is a test, I was born in the struggle. I gotta find a peace of mind, cause I was born in the trouble. Pay attention, that business on stage, you pay admission. I spray a district, east side, Chicago player listed, bitch.
I'm just talking on my bullshit. Birds of prey, snap vertebrae, that's how we do shit. I'm just talking on my bullshit. Birds of prey, snap vertebrae, that's how we do shit. I'm just talking on my bullshit. Birds of prey, snap vertebrae, that's how we do shit. I'm just talking on my bullshit. Birds of prey, snap vertebrae, that's how we do shit.
White sloppy, this mutton chops and muffin tops. Inhale mutagen crops prescribed by Dr. Spock. Friend is schizos and bullets from where your shit flow. On any given tempo, flex muscle, Lou Ferrigno. Mean with the hands, big man for Tally Klitschko. Marred the mental calls from my crescendo. Was no limit endo. Now we blow loud gas shots off the porch through the tempo, made the car crash. Hauled ass like a pimp in the 70s. Axel Foley moves, cop the spot out in Beverly. Heavenly Father, forgive me for the slaughter. IBC on these streets, better geekers on these beats with the frizzy of feet. Punches by the plethora, mental of a maniac, physique of the predator. Caesar of the secular, molester of the molecule. Ridicule, minuscule, and talk of power tools. Wait.
I'm just talking on my bullshit. Birds of prey, snap vertebrae, that's how we do shit. I'm just talking on my bullshit. Birds of prey, snap vertebrae, that's how we do shit. I'm just talking on my bullshit. Birds of prey, snap vertebrae, that's how we do shit. I'm just talking on my bullshit. Birds of prey, snap vertebrae, that's how we do shit.
Look, I gotta go back to these comments. That is crazy. Hey, they fucking with that, bro. That is motherfucking crazy. Shadow Master said, okay, Lyric.
thank you.
We got everybody tuning in, bro. Shout out to the homie Josh. Shout out to the homie Radvicus. Shout out to Sweet Feet also
Shadow
tuning
Master
in.
said,
What's
"Talk
up,
your
Sweet Feet?
shit then."
Talk your bullshit then, he said. Man, that was fire. Shout out to the homie Voorhees. Shout out to our homie Dat Biz. Y'all killed that, bro.
Man.
That is
Murder,
no longer
murder,
that is
murder.
no longer unreleased, man. It has now been on the motherfucking Shy City. Did you play that?
Tell me.
You ain't let me know.
I'm like-
Surprise.
Surprise,
but it's out now, man. So y'all gotta drop that, bro. Anybody that heard that track, make sure to go follow, type it on Facebook, Lyric
And
Versatile.
check out their music.
That Biz got a new album out.
He got a new project out. Voorhees, I know he's working on some shit right now.
And they both Chicity Cypher alumni. They've been on that Biz been on multiple ciphers. Voorhees been on a cipher before, so shout out to y'all.
Support your local.
Yeah,
Bro, so let's get into it, man. We talked about like your beginning in music, you know, some of your history. You spoke about the groups you've been in, but let's talk about Chicity Cypher.
Oh man.
I always ask,
Beginnings.
I always ask, and you've been there since volume fucking 2. How the fuck did you hear about Chicity Cypher?
No joke. I saw the first one and I was like, that's where I need to be.
Nice.
I knew that it was gonna grow into something for real. And I was like, yeah, I wanna be all right, I didn't get the first one, somebody didn't send me the message. I am going to get on that second.
And you was on that second one.
And I remember I tracked you down. I was like, hey.
What gave you that feeling? What gave you that feeling that it was going to be something?
The biggest thing was it was growth. It was showing, you know, it came from humble beginnings because that's how the culture was, you know, with Sub T, and I was missing that. You know what I mean? And it was in a different format, and it was a way to express a new platform. And I was like, this is gonna be what the fuck it is. This is gonna be something.
I get that.
It gave a lot of kind of like a lot of openness or like starting stones for a lot of people because people that you knew that was rocking, and then people you didn't know about, and it meshed a lot of different styles. And what really worked out was that the fact that you came there. Jizzle used to tell us with every one of the ciphers, come with your best shit. I don't want you freestyling entirely, but I want you, this is a platform for you, own it for that platform and give it your best shot.
Yeah.
And I knew I was sitting on verses, so I was like, well,
God, give me a little humble pie there.
let me
try
pull
this.
something out the bag. Let me go ahead and sprinkle something on them real quick.
So that second cipher was shot in my father's garage. In the Logan Square neighborhood, man, and I remember with tons of beer, man. I always tell the story how if you watch that whole entire cipher, go type in Chicity Cypher Volume 2 on YouTube.
It was a different beer can.
Different beer in everybody's hand, every verse. I mean, we were slapped by the end of that cipher, but it was such a good moment because to be honest, bro, like that garage gave it like that feeling, bro, didn't it? Like we were in from the gutter and starting off literally in a fucking garage with a camera facing us, and that's when we were doing one angle and you know shit. It was different. I had a small little Bluetooth.
It's become way more organized now.
Yeah, man. As y'all see, and follow the history of the Chicity Cypher. Y'all could go on Jizzle Productions on YouTube and just look at all the ciphers we've ever done. I think we've released up to 35 right now. 36 and 30.
Jesus.
Yeah, 36 and 37 been filmed already, so those are gonna drop pretty soon. But you know,
I'm about to be on 40, right?
Yeah, I know you gotta come back. You especially after rocking
after hearing that shit, ain't no way you not coming back and being on it. No
but,
way.
You've been on multiple ciphers, bro. But I want people to check out Volume 2 because it was your beginning in Chicity Cypher, and you brought that fucking fire, man. So let's get into it, bro. Let's play the clip. This is Lyric Versatile on Chicity Cypher Volume 2.
To the stakes of to the day that I'm getting much stronger. To my legends living up the notch, just sitting on to retire. You shouldn't ball. So the more so I can go before. Then anybody ever get bad. It's hard to understand. Try it. He moved just like a fan. He's holding great. Like I was hanging with man. He moved with music, watching your grand. Come collect what's this nigga retain. Dedicated to the music like I'm giving name. First with the dash, been intelligence, sweat, skill. Don't
Yeah. And he gave him a flip off at the end, like, yeah, nigga, try.
That was
that
fire,
shit.
bro. That was fire. So
That was a good time.
I like people to know what that feeling is as a Chicity Cypher MC. When you're on the way to a Chicity Cypher, are you worried about who's gonna be rapping there? Did you write thinking about who's gonna be there? Do you just write like you don't give a fuck? Like what's that feeling as you're preparing and then when you're going to a cipher that you get?
I was trying to figure out who was gonna bring beer.
We figured it out.
Yeah, well, we over figured it out. No, when I have verses kind of good to go and kind of it's like plug and play for a lot of it. And then I kind of retooled for the cipher. I kind of retooled a little bit of it, and then that verse ended up being a permanent verse later for another project. But that cipher was that motivation for it. I was like, damn, that was actually pretty goddamn good.
Boy, you was flowing like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I ain't spitting like that no more. Shit, you see this?
Yeah, I know. I saw it in the video. You're about 30, 40, 50 pounds lighter.
It's five. But yeah, that was a skinny version. That was crackhead lyrics. So
Damn.
No, it's I got a pun tie now. But it was leading up to going there. There was obviously a mix of excitement. I wasn't really too worried about anybody was there because I knew whoever else was there, and I knew it was going to be a good vibe. You know, it wasn't really about like, oh yeah, I'm better than this guy or something like that. I wanted it. It was one of those things where ego kind of was out the window. It was a very supportive thing. You know what I'm saying? And not just like that fake support. It was, you know, we all wanted each other to be successful and really deliver our best. And you kind of gave us that motivation, and we kind of held each other accountable and pushed each other further in a positive aspect. So it was really cool to be able to be a part of that at that point. You could tell that it was coming from a positive place, and it was a way to shine in a way, and in the midst of being on the platform. It set us up to have a platform as well, because you don't know who's gonna see it, but the internet's great. So, you know, it's like, hey, where did this dude come from? I ain't never heard of him. Right. You know, I still get people that bring up the Chicity Cypher. There's people that know my name, and I'm like, I don't even know who the fuck. Right. I'm like, yeah, man, I saw you over here, and it's very likely that I was drunk because I am terrible with names. I am terrible.
Both of us.
It took me a while to remember heat detector.
I'm in that one too. Oh, yeah.
And it's heat detector.
It's a two-part name.
Yeah. Easy. And I am terrible with names, and then random people will come into me like, oh yeah, you that dude. And I'm like, who, me? I'm sure I wasn't there.
I love seeing those messages, bro, because sometimes it's like years after the fact where people that discover Chicity Cypher, they go and they start watching it. And through the YouTube, I'll get the notifications like, you know, people saying like on old ciphers, they'd be like, man, this dude's cold. Who is this?
Right.
So I see like the support that comes in for the artists, different artists. I'm pretty sure you've probably watched a lot of Chicity Cyphers, bro.
Oh my God.
And
I was fiending for it half the damn time. I'm like, let's see what the next volume.
And you've been on quite a few as well. Can you give me like, let's say, I'll let you pick, bro. Either your favorite MC or like your favorite Chicity Cypher moment that you've ever seen or been a part of.
I like how he said, he asked you a question, but then he said, "I'm gonna let you say it." Like nigga,
I'll let you pick. You want to pick what? You want to pick what's your favorite MC?
Question, but I'm gonna let you pick.
You want to pick what's your favorite MC? You want to give me a special moment, something that happened at a cipher that you were a part of?
Oh my gosh.
I like the anecdotes.
I think I was, what was it, 16?
At the art gallery.
Yeah.
That was, I believe, 16. Yeah.
That one was really fun. I developed a lot of relationships based on that too.
Yeah.
I think from that cipher, I think the one that I liked the most, it was Surge.
He's the alderman or the mayor of Skokie.
Yep, the mayor of Skokie.
I hope you see this too, Surge.
Yep. Put some music out. Thank you.
Yeah, do something. Anyway.
Yeah. But no, just his vibe, and you could for 16, because I had been away for a while, and then I came back for 16, and then I could tell, I'm like, oh, they're taking this shit serious. This is really got multiple cameras, there's staff.
Yeah.
Are those snacks?
I know. I think we did. I think Loke bought water for that one, but that one was cool because we did that one. Shout out to Chi, who was running that art gallery, and actually the way I found that spot, just a quick little story, was I was driving by, saw a bunch of artsy looking people outside of that shit, and I pulled over, walked up, said, "Who owns this shit?" And I got in contact with Chi, and I told her what we were doing, and she's like, "Come do a cipher." So, but it was an art gallery, and I think it was just so beautiful in there, man. They had the beautiful brick walls, like treated brick walls and everything. Like it was real nice, and we were doing, interviews. We were doing like small shout outs and things over to the side. There was MC's networking. We had multiple angles going. Like that one was really like an interactive cipher, and it was really fucking dope.
And I think you were, you had basically like like baseball cards of like
Yeah.
a picture of everybody, and that's how you knew it was a little bit different. You know what I mean?
We still do the baseball cards to this day.
Yeah.
To
I
this
just
day.
I just posted
To this
that.
day.
I just posted that video too. But we still do the baseball cards, and people love it, man. Like even in the last cipher that we did, which was the first one that Heat Detective was a part of, we were telling people about the baseball cards, and one of the homies was like, "What? I'm gonna get a baseball?" Like it's we call them baseball cards, but they're Chicity Cypher baseball cards, and it's just a picture, with the number you're on, with the logo, and you get a whole
It's
photo
dope as
shoot.
fuck.
You know, the next one you got to add to the baseball card is like the whole description, like agility at a 4. And
That'd be dope.
we might judge, but you know what where I thought you were gonna say is that we should
Wordplay,
start putting the numbers of, like, if you're on the, like, let's say number 40, I put in your baseball card all the numbers you've been on.
that's also true.
You know,
Yeah.
that would be something fire to do. But yeah, so it's just a good
Articulation.
It's just a good experience. Like when you
You know what I'm
when
saying?
you
Especially after some
Right.
Jack Daniels, articulation is a 1.
For
Yeah.
real. You know, and that's how it be when you come to the cipher, man. It's just more like, a lot of people ask me, like, what is it? Some people have seen it or heard about it, but don't really know what we're doing. And I'll explain to them, look, you write a verse, you come up there, we film you. But not only do we film you, we do a photo shoot with y'all, man. We make sure y'all get pictures. And
That's really involved.
And I tell everybody that's there, bro, get everyone that's here, walk up to each person and get their phone number.
Yeah.
Get their social medias.
Yeah.
Leave
All that
here with
stuff.
connections. Don't
Yeah.
come out here for no bullshit and leave, And so I think it's always, I love to see the relationships and a lot of the things that have flourished from, like, being people meeting at ciphers. And
Definitely.
it's very dope, man. Shout out to everybody that's been viewing, man.
I need to bring up the comments on my phone.
Bad echo. Can we check the sound real quick? Shout out to Ravicus saying that for the bad echo. But yeah, Ravicus, man, we're gonna get you on that next one.
Echo.
Small little echo. But yeah, man, Ravicus was on volume 33 or something like that. The one that Annihilation was on, actually. And we just had her interview last week.
I'm on focus.
No echo.
No echo. Okay, I think it went away. If y'all still hear echo, only echo when playing the cipher. Okay. All right, shout out to Fatal, man. There was only an echo when we were playing the video. But if y'all want to watch that, if there was an echo and you didn't get to hear it, go on YouTube, type in Chicity Cypher Volume 2.
Volume 2, man. That's all you got to do.
Just make it a
And
cipher,
don't
man.
forget to fucking like, subscribe, and share.
Comment and all of
And
that.
also cash at me because I'm not getting paid.
Yeah, Cash App him. And he might distribute
Verse
that
113.
too. He might buy you a beer next time he sees you. Did I just
Totally.
commit you to buying beer for
Yes.
people? All right.
And it's gonna be PBR. It's not even gonna be the good shit. I'm just.
Damn, at least
Ice House. It's gonna be fucking
I'm just
Ice
gonna
House.
have a 30-pack of PBR and I'm just handing them out.
At least do Rolling Rock, bro. At least do Rolling Rock.
Rolling Rock.
Rolling
Jesus.
Rock's good. I fuck with the Rolling Rock. Anyway, we got a song called Craft Beer and Kush, me and Loke, so I shouldn't even be talking about Rolling Rock. But every week, man, we do a segment. Last week's segment was led by Dr. Derek Colon, and it's a hip-hop history segment. So we do it every week. We talk about something that happened that day in hip-hop history or within that day, or the day before, whatever. We talk about that. So I found something interesting, man, and I wanted to talk about that. So
And what is it, though?
This is actually a group that I used to listen to, man, when this whole album came out. And we're going to talk about it. So on September 29th, which was a few days ago, 2 days ago, Mos Def and Talib Kweli dropped the Black Star album. The Black Star album. That album was
Cold.
fucking dope.
I remember where
Fire.
I was when I heard that album. I remember what it made me feel. This is one of the albums that literally kind of just changed my perspective on music. I heard Definition, and I literally have a track called Definition.
And Respiration too. When we heard the
Yeah,
homie comment
yeah.
on there,
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
dude, that's fucking crazy, man. And
One of my motivators, like,
so that's 25 years, man.
yeah.
That's 25 years ago that album dropped.
that means y'all old.
Hey, Yeah, a little bit. I was young when that dropped. What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah,
But
don't
you
be
know what,
throwing
man?
numbers out there
Talib
like
Kweli
that.
is currently on tour on the New York State of Mind tour with Nas, Wu-Tang, and De La Soul. And he's actually filling in for Dave from De La Soul that passed away, so rest in peace to him. And he's also filling in for ODB with Wu-Tang on that tour as well, man. So shout out to that, man. I don't know. I hope that's coming to Chicago or somewhere close because I would love to check that out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So shout out to that, man. But what did that album when that dropped, man? Like where were you at? What feeling?
I was
did
in
that give you?
Colorado. And actually I was working at I had a little studio at my apartment, but when I got that album, I picked it up. I was like, what the fuck? And I worked a graveyard shift at Home Depot, and I swear I brought a boombox, taped it to my forklift, and that's all I listened to every day for like a year. Every night, every day for like a fucking year. The album was just fucking ill as fuck to me. Just ill as fuck.
I remember I was going to Columbia at the time. I borrowed the
25 years, goddamn.
I borrowed that CD from my
crazy.
boy Ja. And shout out to Ja. He knows who he is. And I listened to it on repeat. I was walking down Michigan Avenue right there by the Columbia Buildings, like 600 North Michigan. I just happened to be walking back and forth for class. I actually missed the first 20 minutes of my class because I wanted to listen to it all the way through. And I was like, I want to be that. Like, as far as like artists that I kind of shape my style around and I have been inspired by, Mos Def is definitely on that list. Common, Black Thought. Another thing is that influenced how I perform and how I approach stuff is Busta Rhymes.
That makes sense.
Extinction level event.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, that's what I want. I want to perform just like that. I want to be that aggressive. And ever since then, I was like, I'm going to be that good so nobody can fuck with me.
Hey, but something else happened in hip hop history.
What else?
Actually, on September the 29th, 1972, Shadow Master got kicked out of the Sugar Hill Gang for bootlegging 8-track tapes.
Only he would figure out how to do that.
Only you would figure out how to get kicked out, man. But that just shows
probably
you were,
still got
that just
8
shows you
tracks.
were an innovator from the beginning, man. So shout out to y'all, man. Definitely a trailblazer.
Yeah, back then, that's when his hair was only starting as a corn puff.
Oh.
Yeah.
He gonna beat my ass now.
He over there like motherfucker
He was,
right now.
back then in 1972, he wasn't as black.
Right.
He used to be light skinned.
He was never fucking light skinned.
Back in 1972.
Hey, Shadow, I ain't saying none of that shit.
I'm saying all the shit. I want all the smoke, and he is the smoke.
If y'all enjoying the podcast right now, there's a link. There's a link in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Make sure to support the Unwrap Studios. buymeacoffee.com/unwrap. Just hit that link and it'll take you right to there if you want to donate to the Unwrap Studios, man. And keep the cause.
And you're not literally buying us coffee, but if you hit that link when it pops up, it'll say buy us some hot fries.
Hot for Cheetos. Hot Cheetos.
Shadow Master's got a question.
Where'd you go, Shadow?
He says you can hear the Talib influence in your flow,
yeah.
lyric.
I guess that's not a question.
Is definitely one as far as delivery that played a part. It was actually an honor to meet him once. He was at the South Shore Cultural Center once, and he's a righteous dude. And I like what he's doing now. He's challenging a lot of people's thinking. Gets in a lot of shit. What is that?
How dare you? I was never light skinned.
And I'm pretty sure you were back then. You started as a seedling.
Wow.
Hey, a light skinned MC. I don't know.
Yep. He had popcorns back then.
Popcorn's not going
Shout out to
wrong.
90 Proof. y'all need to go. That was when Shadow had that group. They were monsters.
Yeah, we talked all about that on the Shadow Master
They
interview.
were monsters.
If you're on YouTube, go scroll down, go on Jizzle Productions, hit the videos link hit the videos tab, scroll down and check out that Shadow Master interview, man, because that one had a dope performance at the beginning. Who was Jesus Christ? I'm sorry, I can't remember who was the performer for Shadow Master. I'll get back to it, but they opened up the show with a cool performance, and then Shadow Master had a real deep interview. So go check that shit out. Go check all the interviews out, man.
Yeah, you can find them on Unwrap too. You can find them on Unwrap.
I also want to take a second, man, for all my podhead casts is what I was gonna say. Podcast heads. You're at the Unwrap. You are now following Unwrap, man. The Chicity Cypher is the podcast, but we are a part of the Unwrap umbrella, man. And the Unwrap Studios has 4 different podcasts going on. 4 different podcasts. So
got another one coming.
So on Fridays at 8:30 p.m. you could check in with. You could tune in to the Unwrap show, which is an in-depth interview. He interviews tons of artists from all over, man, literally all over the world. Pardon me, and it's a very in-depth interview. They usually go about an hour and a half.
You just did one recently with Mike Logic. Shout out to Mike.
Yeah, shout out to Mike, man.
Great dude.
That's a cool ass brother right there, man. So we do that. He Shadow said I met him too. He's a little bitch.
You must be talking about Talib.
He's talking about Talib. We're not gonna get into that, but now that we're still talking about it, man. One of my homies, and I'm not gonna put the names out there, but one of my homies did a video saying that he wasn't ecstatic when he was in Austin and Dallas, Texas for the New York State of Mind tour, and when he saw Talib come out for De La Soul, he was upset. He said it blew his high. He didn't like that. He doesn't like him
blew
as
his high.
He said, man, it blew my fucking high. I don't like him I don't like that he's being put in for Dave and such and such. And Talib actually took that video and posted it onto his page. And started a whole fucking thread that had hundreds of comments and people were talking shit. And
he ain't one to shy away from him.
Yeah, and then that shit actually continued for like 3 days. But I don't know, man. I've always said about social media that like back in the day when we were growing up, bro, and we thought about like the artists that we liked, right? Like Chicago people, whoever. You couldn't just fucking talk to these people. You couldn't send a message. You had they had this aura to them, and they were like, art like Prince and people like that. Now it's like all of our favorite fucking rappers and people from back, they're all on social media, and you're really getting to see the real side of them. So you might have just heard the Black Star album in fucking 2000 and said, oh, this is so dope, and but then you got to see people how they act online. And I've actually met a lot of heroes or people I looked up to that once I met them, I was like, what the fuck, like this dude's an asshole,
I'm not going to get too deep into it, but that definitely does apply to people that have been in the city too. They do say never meet your heroes. I've met like people that are dope as hell as far as on the mic, but they're shitty people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it sucks. You know what I mean? And man, how is he that dope and that much of an asshole?
Shadow Man says Talib mom requested 90 proof to perform in NY for a famous bookstore that was closing. He tried to sabotage our set. His mom was a fan.
Shout out to his mom for being a fan of 90 proof. Shout out to Talib's mom. But yeah, man. So you know what? Let's get off the black.
There's some deep seated shit back
there. So
cookies.
Let's get off the Black Star thing. Let's change that background. But that was a good topic, man. That was a great album. And anybody watching that got a memory of that or whatever, man, drop it in the comments and we'll talk about it. I didn't finish talking about the shows. So on Fridays we do Unwrap. Heat Detector does Unwrap on Fridays. Nash Vino is the co-host, and check out the dope in-depth interviews on Saturdays. For all my sports fans that's out there, MMA fans, everything, check out the show. Whoop-de-whoop. Sports how you supposed to get it, dummy. That's at 9 p.m.
Yes, on Saturdays.
That's at 9 p.m. on Saturdays. And then on Sundays, we've got the Chicity Cypher podcast, which we're on right now. And at 8:30, we got a special podcast. It's called The Check-In. And it's a men's mental health podcast. So anybody that's tuning into this show, we need y'all to stay tuned in. At 8:30, we're going to go live with The Check-In. In the background, we've got one of the most magical places that's ever existed in the world.
Magical.
When you see the front of that building, I mean, I'm getting goosebumps just looking at the picture because
Just there last night.
I've been missing out because I've been in Milwaukee, but this place is literally my home. It's my dojo. It's where I've learned how to everything, man. How to become an MC, a better artist, everything. And I've met some of the greatest people that I've ever met that are friends, good friends of mine, man. So, you know, that's the background of Sub T. You know, yeah, as y'all can see right there, this is an old picture. So Wednesdays used to have Hello Hip Hop.
Yep.
Which was a very dope, you know, hip hop night, man. Where you used to see performers and then Thursday Reggae Gold, which still happens to this
Shout
day.
out to Visual, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Visual from Hello Hip Hop, man. Very dope, man. I'm not sure if they don't do it here anymore, but I don't know if they still do.
He was
Hello
one of
Hip
the
Hop.
other people that was also hard on me that used to give me shit all the time. He definitely was like a big brother, like the annoying big brother, to like, yeah, shit, and always be on my ass. Sorry, shit, you can do better.
Yeah, that's what's up. You need homies like that, bro. And I actually performed at Hello Hip Hop, and a lot of the homies, we all used to go to Hello Hip Hop. So shout out to them. Thursdays is Reggae Gold. And a quick story. So, Magneto, shout out to the homie Magneto. He calls me on a Thursday one day. I've always known that Reggae Gold was there on Thursdays, but I never fucking went because I would go Tuesdays and get smashed afterwards. And I had to take the next, so I never went Thursdays until maybe about 2 years ago. Magneto calls me and says, hey, come on, we're going to Sub T. I go, dude, it's Thursday. He goes, I know. And I fucking walked in there on a Thursday for the first time in my life. Oh my God. First of all, it was full from the front to the back. Tons of people dancing.
And
shout out to Papa G, right?
Yep, Papa G.
Shout out to Papa G, man, for doing this thing and throwing that. And that Reggae Gold has been going on for a long fucking time. So if y'all want to get y'all reggae on, go to Sub T on a Thursday. Support Reggae Gold. I believe it's women free all night. Men is $10 or $15 after $10.
Why do women always get the free shit?
Hey, because that's
what
what
show up.
Yes, that's why the men show
Come
up
on,
and all the girls are there.
I'm being facetious. Of course I know.
I'll let you in next time for free, bro. Don't worry.
I'm not a fucking woman.
Then stop complaining.
Damn, son.
You need a sound for that.
Yeah, no, I didn't find something like fucking shit.
No, but reggae goes fucking dope, man. Y'all need to go check that shit out. And the $15. The $10 or $15, whatever the cover is. When I got there and I paid the cover, we went in. We came back out to smoke after, and I told Mac I would have paid fucking $25 to get in here. Like what? So it was badass, man. So Subterranean, make sure to go support the Wicker Park neighborhood.
Yep.
All the bars everywhere, man. Keep that shit going. Sub T is one of the last venues really in that neighborhood, man. That's still
there.
That's still there, and it's still putting on.
Double Door is
Yep.
gone.
What was the other spot that was on North Avenue?
Was it the Blue Note? There's another one that's
Blue
gone.
Note.
Oh my God. All right, so check this out. Show T been going forever, right? The Tuesdays. Now, back then, what used to be dope is that you had the open mic on Tuesdays, and then you had the Blue Note that was right after, and that would be till 4 in the morning. So you get a double dose. And what used to be
Get OD up in that bitch.
Yeah, what it used to be, all right, maybe I didn't do so great at Sub T, but I got a chance to come back.
Yeah.
I get a chance to redeem myself.
Right.
Go ahead and give myself a beard.
Shadow Master, my redemption's coming. You know this. I already told you.
Hey, Shadow just asked on YouTube. He said, "When is the next cipher coming out?" Great motherfucking question, Shadow Master.
Yep.
The next cipher that's going to be coming out is volume 36. Let me fix my mic. It's volume 36.
Yep.
That one features a lot of new faces on that cipher, man. That was filmed over at the Extraordinarium. That's at the corner, the 6 corners, Milwaukee, Diversey, and Kimball. At the Extraordinarium shop there. So shout out to Flabby Hoffman over there that let us film. That was a dope ass cipher. That one was actually one of the ones where we did a commercial, because you know when people sponsor us, and if you're watching this right now, we're always looking for sponsors for the next cipher. Who's gonna sponsor it? What's gonna be the next location that we're doing it at? We've been doing it internally with our family at our locations, but we would like to also branch out in the next couple ciphers. So if you're watching and you would like to sponsor the location for the next cipher, inbox us, Chicity Cypher, Facebook, Instagram, Jizzle Villanueva on Facebook. hit us up. Heat Detector's the resident producer on Shy City Cypher. So, man, make sure that y'all tune in with us for the next shit that's coming out if you want to sponsor. But to answer your question, Shadow 36 is coming out. I'm not going to disclose no names because I'm going to forget some people's names, but it's dope. I will disclose one name. My sister, Queen Zenobia's on that motherfucker.
Fire.
And
Fire.
she rocked that bitch. And a couple other homies as well, but we'll get into it. But that should be coming out.
A bet on the Cypher.
That'll be coming out in the next couple weeks. And also, Shadow, we want you at the next Cypher. So we'll be filming a Cypher. I believe it's gonna be in November, middle of November. So make sure to stay tuned. I'll send you. And we're gonna see each other. We brothers, so we're gonna talk. But anybody else that's watching, we got a Cypher coming in mid-November that we're signing up MCs for. So start hitting us up now in the inbox. And shout out to everybody that stay tuned in. We are 59 minutes in. It's been a good motherfucking episode. I think we chopped it up. The blue note, Shadow Master said the blue note was for heavy hitter MCs.
You couldn't get on that stage.
If you were whack, you got snatched off the stage.
No, you didn't get to be on the stage. Now, Shadow was hosting with Aloe and then Larry Miller. Shout out to Larry Miller, man.
Hey,
you can sponsor by hitting that support me. Buy a cup of coffee.
That's not what he's talking about. Hold your horses. We talking about sponsoring Shy City Cypher.
Sponsor.
Look, the link that's up in the corner. I don't want anybody to get confused. The link that's up in the corner is to support the Unwrap Studios. If you'd like to support the movement here at Unwrap with all the podcasts, hit that link to support that. But if you want to sponsor Shy City Cypher, we're also as well doing our sponsorships, man. Aztec, to answer your question, if you want to sponsor the next episode of the next volume of Shy City Cypher, we will get that worked out, brother. I will message you and we'll make sure to put in. I know you're doing a lot of stuff. You got a movie coming out. Y'all look up Aztec Dinero. Y'all look up the homie Aztec Dinero on Facebook, Instagram, all that. Malcolm Mex Films, and he's putting out another film. So if you want to do that, we'll promote your film on the show.
Hell
Aztec,
yeah.
and let me know.
We'll promote your movie on every fucking show.
We're promoting anywhere right now.
Reach out to Aztec Dinero because I went to the premiere. I think it was, what theater was that? It was over there on Fulton or something. But I went to the premiere. It was an amazing time. I'm like, man, he doing it big.
Man, he's doing it big. That brother's a director that's coming up, man. He's gonna do some great things. But
it's
Aztec,
great to see that. You know
it really is.
To show the diversity of, that's what's so dope about like Chicago, and it's crazy that people just sleep on the talent that's here. Now they'll come and pull parts of it, and then they'll appreciate certain parts, but it's such a diversity of sport, and there's a lot of cats that are doing multiple things. I feel like we got the dopest producers.
Yeah, for sure.
We have some of the best battle-hardened MCs. It's not just
Facts.
drill. No diss to drill, because it is. I still respect it as a product of Chicago.
Yeah, but if you're doing drill, you can't come battle Sam I Am.
Don't do it.
I don't give a fuck. We respect. I respect all extensions of the genre, man. But if you're doing trap, you go treat your ass. We roll with all the heavy hitters over here, man. And shout out to all of our Chicago hip hop underground family, man, that rocks with us. Shadow Master said, "Hey, what's up with that Charlie Brown sample?" So
it's turning out real motherfucking sinister. I don't think you're ready.
Get in the inbox with him, man, and make sure to link with him about that. And there was a comment. There was a comment before that, Shadow.
I'm featuring. I haven't even heard it. But
shout out to Skip Rock.
Shout out to Skip Rock. He said, "Link me for the next cipher," and that's mandatory, bro. We need you on the next cipher.
Come
we
on
want
now,
you on the next
Skip,
cipher.
you my guy.
And you're gonna get on a Heat Detector beat because the next couple ciphers are all gonna be Heat Detector beats. You already
what you mean
know.
The next couple. Don't do that.
The next 1,000 ciphers are gonna be Heat Detector beats. But let's get it in, man. Shout out to y'all that tuned in and everybody that's been commenting, interacting with us. So we're about to wrap up the show, but I'm always wondering, bro, because I never know. I'm never sure. I'm always fucking confused. This is just such a debate debacle each time. Heat Detector. Does the Shy City Cypher resident producer have any beats? Anything? We got some cold MCs and we got lyric motherfucking versatile in the building.
Right.
You already know.
All right. Well,
No, I'm not playing that.
I know. I was
Okay.
waiting.
Okay.
Not playing that.
Shout out to y'all, man. You already know at the end of each episode we spit bars, bro. We freestyle, we spit verses, man. We got the homie Lyric in the motherfucking building.
All right.
We got Heat Detector in the building.
Yes,
He's never really sure if he's an MC or if he's not, but when the beat turns on, he magically turns this shit on. So
Whoever tickles your
he's an
fancy.
MC. We're gonna kick this motherfucker off with Lyric Versatile spitting some motherfucking bars over Heat Detector beats. Let's go. Let's go. Lyric Versatile in the building. What's up?
Check it. I'm gonna go.
Oh shit, go.
Listen, I ain't got time to spit. I just sit back and give you some jizzle. We doing this shit. Cypher. Sitting back with lyrics. Versatile. I understand with off the wall all the time. You don't really understand. I got snatched off the stage for being a drunk man, but I'm coming back. I gotta get my redemption. Understand right now, man. I'm coming out slick, flipping, doing all types of shit. I might try to hit a whole bunch of styles and do the shit like Bruce Lee. Kick a nigga right off stage, cause I don't give a fuck. And right now, my ass is in the ring. But getting the mic snatched out of my hand, annihilation. I swear to God, one day I'm gonna be a man. That's what I said to myself. That day it's all about redemption, man. What the fuck else can I say? It's a little something. I don't rap.
The beat change, I know I gotta rearrange the style, but I know where it goes right now.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Chicity Cypher, motherfucker. You already know we got bars. We got MCs coming back. We got Lyric Versatile in the motherfucking building. I want y'all to stay tuned, man. We got another episode coming. We got another podcast coming after this. This is the Men's Mental Health Podcast. It's called The Check-In.
The Check-In.
Thank you for rocking with us on the Chicity Cypher podcast.
Man. Salute.
Lyric. Any thoughts that you want to leave them with, brother, before we go ahead and we sign off? Tell them where to follow you, all of that.
Lyric Versatile. You can find it either Lyric Verse or Lyric Versatile. I am going to be working on music take a hiatus away, but I'm about to come back with some heat. It's gonna happen with some heat.
Man, my man. Look,
Let's
I got
go.
you.
And finishing my project, keep an eye out for the next 2 projects I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna tell you much about them, but the next 2 projects, keep an ear out. It's gonna be The Last Boy Scout and In the Land of Wolves, Snakes, and Lambs. So those are the next 2 projects. Hopefully they'll
Love
be
that
out by
title.
next year. And it's gonna be a journey, man. Stay with me. Appreciate everybody who has ever supported me, who's ever given me love or given me a show, who continues to humble me while I go on this musical journey. I'm falling back in love with music, so I'm glad to.
I know that feeling.
You know what I mean? I'm glad to be getting back on point, and I appreciate everybody.
Man,
That's
salute
what's
to you,
up.
brother. Salute to you.
Heat detective, man. Any thoughts you want to leave him with before we sign off, brother?
Oh shit. We got hold on before we even go. Oh no, wait. I gotta wait for that one. Before we go, I want to say shout out to you, bro, for pushing the culture forward.
Thank you.
Shout out to you, Jizzle, for pushing the culture forward. Shout out to Shadow Master and Annihilation 606 for pushing the culture forward. Everybody out there here in Chicago, you talented motherfuckers, I want to salute all y'all, man. Thank you for pushing the culture forward.
Chicago, stand up.
Stand the
sure.
fuck up.
Stand on their necks.
We got a
Yeah.
couple comments that said that they couldn't hear shit while we were rapping during that cipher. So my bad, y'all. We're still working everything out, man. We got new software. We got new broadcasting software that we are using, and we're working everything out. But
Thank you for
man,
hanging in there with us. but
Thanks
we-
for staying in, bro. Keep following us. We're gonna be coming back every Sunday. We got somebody
Bigger
dope.
and better.
We got somebody dope coming up next
I can't
Sunday.
wait for that one.
That's gonna be a good one, man. For anybody still watching, I'll let y'all know right now. Even though the flyer ain't out, we got Dean Akbar in the
Yes.
motherfucking building. Shout out to my brother Dean Akbar. We got Dean Akbar in the building next week Sunday. The flyer will be out in a couple days, but y'all lock in. Put it in work, and he's spitting, bro, and winning shit everywhere he goes, man. So y'all make sure to tune into that. Again, thank you for everybody tuning in. This has been the Chicity Cypher podcast. We film at the Unwrapped Studios. Lyric Versatile. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you, brother, for having
Yes,
me.
You already
yes,
know.
Sir, yes, sir. You already know.
And this has been one, y'all. Stay tuned in 30 minutes for the motherfucking and 20
Check-in.
minutes for the check-in. Get back on all these stations and holla at us.
Let's go. We out.
Shy Rock Nation, let's go. Chicity Cypher, Chicago, season the motherfucking sky. Let's go.